Hello and namaste. Welcome to Ashtang Science and Wellbeing. And today we have a very experienced Ayurvedic physician with us. She's practicing in Ayurvedic space from past 23 years. Welcoming you, Dr. Priya Dharmadhikari.
So many times people come to an Ayurvedic physician and they ask us if Ayurveda has any medicine for thyroid imbalance, for blood pressure, for cholesterol. And we say to them, Ayurveda treats imbalance and it creates equilibrium and balance in your body. So you name whatever disorder, Ayurveda has a solution to it. I always give an example of a well. Imagine a well in a remote village, not touched with industrialization, and this well is filled with clean, cold, and clear water every day. Right? People are using this water every day, and the water level goes down. But the next day, again the well is filled with clean and clear water up to the brim. How this is happening? Because there are various live streams that are coming into the well and filling it up. So if the water in the liver is getting contaminated, if the water is getting polluted, if the water stops coming into the well and the well stops filling up, what do? Do we bring a tanker with water supply and fill the well every day? That is what we are doing when we are taking pills for various disorders. What Ayurveda says that you go to the root cause. What is happening? What is happening at the level of those live streams? Is there any pollution? Is there any adulteration? Are those streams clogged? Or someone is putting garbage into the well? So when we go to the root cause of the disease, we know exactly what is happening in the body, and then we help the body to heal itself.
Correct.
No medicine is going to heal us, our body is healing itself. And here are no quick fixes. Right? But we generally want quick fixes. It's human nature.
Yes, absolutely.
If someone tells us that you will lose 5 kgs in a week, there will be a huge crowd.
Lots of diets are famous these days.
Right. So there are no quick fixes.
Yeah.
We have to take responsibility for our health, and we have to change our lifestyle in order to be healthy. Once a patient asked a doctor, does an apple a day keeps a doctor away? The doctor was annoyed and he said, yes, if you aim it well enough. If you well aimed, apple will be keeping the doctor away. So what I mean to say, that stress is going to be there, pollution is going to be there. There are various factors, chemical adulterants are going to be there, but still your health choices, your sleeping patterns, your eating patterns, your thinking patterns, what you drink, what you eat, when you sleep is all contributing to your health. And Ayurveda is going to guide you to improve your lifestyle so that the diseases are prevented, and if diseases are there, they are getting cured.
Right. So, Dr. Priya, just to understand and make it more easier for viewers, I remember we had a discussion about drinking like 8 liters of water or 3 liters of water every day, and you told that this is not favorable for our body. So can you just throw some light over that fact as well?
Okay. There are various health myths that we want to remove from our minds. Whenever I get any young lady in my clinic and we take her history, because Ayurveda assesses every part of your life. So right from your sleeping to your eating and drinking. So we ask a question, how much water do you drink? And she always has a guilty expression on her face. And she says, no doctor, I am not drinking enough water. So I ask her, what is your idea of drinking enough water? And she says, I have to have minimum 10 to 12 glasses of water every day. And I ask her, from where did you get this idea? And she says that every actress in her interview says, the secret of my flawless,
glowing skin,
radiant skin is that I hydrate and I drink lots of water. That's why my body gets cleansed and the elasticity of my skin is preserved, and that is the secret of my good skin. What they don't know that these actresses have layers and layers of makeup on their face.
Right.
If we see their faces without makeup, then we will get a real idea about their
Correct.
clear and radiant and glowing skin. Ayurveda is very clear about how much water you should drink. Ayurveda says that you should drink as per your thirst, because your body is a very intelligent machine. It will let you know when you are thirsty. So when you are thirsty, the sensation of thirst is felt at the upper part of the palate. And when we gulp down the water, we generally don't know when our thirst is satisfied, and we keep on drinking excessive water. So water should be drunk when we are thirsty and only enough to satisfy that thirst.
Right.
So there is a science behind it. Ayurveda says that water needs to be digested. As much as your food needs to be digested, water has also need to be digested. So this water, if you keep on pouring water, your digestive fire is going to be diminished. Imagine a small fire, and if you pour 2-3 glasses of water over it, what is going to happen? It will be diminished.
Yes.
It will get extinguished altogether. So Ayurveda says that you have to drink water sip by sip. Your saliva should get mixed with that water, because according to Ayurveda, your digestion starts from your mouth.
Saliva. Correct.
Yeah. So there is a classic scripture that says that you should drink food and eat water. That means you should have water so slowly that it, saliva mixes into it, and you should chew your food so well that it almost becomes liquid in your mouth.
Yeah.
So many times what happens that we drink so much water because we hear so many things and we think that it is healthy, that the body cannot process it, because our kidneys can process a certain amount of water in 24 hours, and then excess water that remains in the body can cause many diseases, like sinusitis, rhinitis, gaseous distension, indigestion, asthma, edema, you name it. And there are many kapha related disorders that are formed. So Ayurveda says that atyambupanat bhavanti rogaha. When you drink excess water, it will cause many diseases in your body. So excessive water drinking is a myth, and I was reading a journal, a scientific journal from 2011, and Dr. McCartney has written it. He said that this is a myth that is created by companies that bottle the water to sell more and more water. I don't know if it is true or not, but when we drink bottled water, the chemicals that are used to disinfect that water, they are harmful for our body.
Right.
Secondly, when this water reaches us, it gets transported from various districts and various factories. During transit, if these bottles are exposed to sunlight and heat, the chemicals are leached from that plastic to the water.
Yeah.
And we are drinking chemically rich water.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
And so we are saying why cancer is increasing so much in these days.
Right.
And right from we wake up and the toothpaste has chemicals, and our entire day is enriched with chemicals.
Right.
And because of that, the diseases are increasing.
Yeah. And what are, according to you, usual food myths? Like we hear, either the keto diets wherein a person is not consuming anything, or sometimes it is suggested that, okay, you eat every 2 to 3 hours. And I really want to understand, is it a difference of the approach of the different sciences we have, the allopathic science or the Ayurvedic science?
Okay.
I just want to understand, and the viewers just want to understand, which is a correct way of consuming food. What should be the gaps? What should be the duration?
Right.
And the timings in which we should consume our food.
Okay. According to Ayurveda, there is no one rule that apply to all. Because Ayurveda treats every person as an individual. So you are a unique entity and you have a different constitution. So first we have to check what constitution you have. Vata predominant, Pitta predominant, or Kapha predominant. and accordingly your process of digestion is going to be. So
Right.
if you are pitta predominant person, your metabolism is very high, you will digest the food very very quickly. And if you are kapha predominant, you will take 3, 4, 5 hours for the first food to get digested.
Right.
And this is a rule that Ayurveda says you can never have your next food before you have digested your earlier
Previous food,
completely digested. And there are various parameters that we see. प्रसृष्टे विन्मूत्रे, मतलब पेट आपका साफ होना चाहिए, एलिमिनेशन शुड बी गुड, रुधि सुविमले, आपको प्रसन्नता महसूस होनी चाहिए, शरीर में लाघव महसूस होना चाहिए.
Correct.
एंड देन इवन योर डकार जो आपके होते हैं, उद्गार हम बोलते हैं
Right.
संस्कृत में,
Right.
दे शुड बी विदाउट एनी टेस्ट और odor of food.
Oh.
Yeah. And then only when you feel hungry, you have your next food. So instead of listening to keto or anyone else, you should listen to your body, what your body is telling you.
Right.
So how many hours are there for me to digest the food? If I have eaten something that is very heavy to digest, like paneer khaya hai maine,
Correct.
so it will take more hours, more time.
Same goes with non-vegetarian diet,
Yes,
right?
yes, definitely. So we often ask patients that if you want to go from Pune to Bombay, what will you do? You will fill your petrol tank, 15 रुपए का पेट्रोल, फिर बाद में जाके फिर से 15 रुपए का पेट्रोल.
Right.
ऐसा करोगे या आप you will fill your petrol tank and reach the destination and then you can refill it when it's empty.
Mhm.
So body is not only for eating and digesting, the body needs rest as well. So listen to your body. Your body is the best guide that can have and that can give you this knowledge.
So, following a time is not followed by Ayurveda, because if the body types are different, they are going to digest their foods at different pace, right?
Yes.
So whenever you
definitely.
feel really hungry and you feel your
Yes.
stomach is empty, that's
Yes.
the right time to eat.
That's the
And
right
same
time.
goes with water.
Right.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
for
so
inviting
much,
me.
Dr. Priya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, guys, this was Dr. Priya Dharmadhikari. She is our corporate consultant. If you have any questions from her, the contact details are given below. And you can always write to us for any kind of queries related to your diseases, lifestyle, or any kind of consultation. I hope you like this conversation. Bye-bye. Take care.